So to everyone watching this video, I would want to appreciate all our esteemed viewers and subscribers, and whatever part of the world you're watching us from, we don't take it for granted. We want to say thank you for staying with us on this YouTube channel, Discovery Africa TV. Anytime we upload our videos, you guys watch it, you guys like it, and you guys deem it fit to, just give a thumbs up and subscribe as well. And to a number of you that are yet to subscribe, let me just beg of you to please just subscribe to this YouTube channel, Discovery Africa TV. So in another video today about all of what is happening in the country now, at the moment, you see all of what is happening in Benue State, all of what is happening in Niger State, all of what is happening in different parts of the country, that we are not happy with what our leaders are doing, most especially Mr. President Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu. Before this incident became something that is trending and everybody's talking about it, a few months ago, it actually started like a play. You understand? It actually started like, killing 2, 3 people, 4 people. Before you know what is happening, the attacks by all those insurgents or people, by all those Fulani herdsmen, it became something else entirely, that even hundreds of people is being killed. And it's not something that we can actually keep quiet, and we can't just talk about it so that we get to know how to fix all of this thing. If there's anything that can actually make a nation thrive, if there's anything that can actually make a state thrive, it's actually where you know that if you do any business, if you invest into it, you will know that your investment is secure. Because if there's high rate of insecurity in any part of the country, or probably Nigeria as a whole, we discover that it will not attract investors in any way. There's no wise investor that want to invest in a place where your investment is not secure. So that is us how it is. So we are still on the race, we are still on the bid, we are still on that drive for a greater nation and a greater country. I know it has even gotten to a point whereby several Nigerians have given up totally in this country because they don't believe anything good can still come out of this country. But just as I've been saying in some of my videos, do not give up in Nigeria. Yes, you might want to agree with what I said and you might not agree with it, but I will tell you, please do not give up in Nigeria. Yes, we know that there are more things happening in our country, that our nation, our leaders, that we are not happy with what they are doing, but notwithstanding, Nigeria is blessed of God and Nigeria has a bright future. And also, before I play the video out for you today, for those that can actually remember, a few days ago we celebrated Democracy Day, and we saw all of what the president did. Peter Obi did his own video, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, did his own video. Several people came out with their own reactions about all of what is happening in the country, and even especially democracy, asking the question, are we truly enjoying the dividends of democracy, or it is something else we are enjoying entirely? So I'll leave you to all of what was said by Peter in this video and everything that is said about elections, electoral reform, because we all know 2027 is on the way, and several political parties, several aspirants, several people is preparing to ensure that one candidate or the other becomes the president. And if I were to ask you watching, who would you rather want to become president come 2027? And a number of you will say Peter Obi, some will say Atiku, and some will say Tinubu. But let's see how it goes, guys. And just like what so many people have been saying, how dare that? They want nothing but Peter Obi. Yes, just like a normal slogan, Peter Obi is coming, joy is coming. Prepare for 2027. Start preparing to get your voters card, because 2027 election is going to be massive. You understand? Because Nigeria must rise again. So that is the video, guys. Watch the rest and do it to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Peace.
There are students from the University of Abuja, the greatest Nigerian students. Greatest boom. I want to say, I want to sorrow, I want to Yimagana. God bless you. Put your hands together for yourself. Please, let me just start on existing protocol, ladies and gentlemen, but I must first of all acknowledge and pay respect to our own mother, a mother figure in every sense, as a mother, as a leader, and in every step she has taken to ensure that we have a nation where we as young people can thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, please a resounding round of applause to the former Minister of Education in Nigeria, former Vice President of the World Bank, amongst many others, Dr. Mrs. Obiageli Ezekwesili. Our own comrade Aisha Yesufu. You people know that clap is not for Haja Aisha Yesufu. If you know what these people are doing for all of us, and every other speaker on the panel, every person here, God bless you. My name is Peter for Nigeria for the sake of time. Okay, so how many of us have problem with waiting they go on for Nigeria? How many of us have issues with Nigeria? Just wait, raise your hand wherever you are. Okay, so up every hand. Okay, how many of us they vex for the things when they go on for Nigeria?
And they vex.
If you they vex, say vex. Vex. If you they happy, say very happy. Okay, so that is nobody happy. All right, very well. Clap your hands together. Put your hands together for yourself for that response. Okay, very quickly, what is a democracy? Just one person, quickly, before we go. What is democracy? Oh yeah, fast.
Democracy is a system of government for the people and by the people.
For the people? Is he correct? Please put your hands together for him. All right, so I need to control my movement because of microphone now. So somebody just said, because they said we should talk about the solution. Somebody just said now that democracy is a system of government for the people and by the people. So the simple definition of democracy is that it's a system of government where power must come from the people. Power is vested in the people. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, the challenge is that we have decided to put the cart before the horse. So everybody in Nigeria is struggling today because we have failed to identify the most important thing that we are supposed to do. Everybody they vex, everybody they happy, but I'm sorry to inform you that anger is not a plan. Yeah. Say you are dissatisfied with the system is not a strategy. You can be angry for 60 years. Nigerians have been angry for 64 years and counting. If you have been angry for democracy since 1999, if you don't do anything by 2025, you can still be angry till 2050. In fact, you will pass over anger to the next generation. You don't understand? You were shouting up neighbor. The person where you go born today will still shout up neighbor because you have failed to fix power. Now, what is the solution? Everybody has been paying attention. What Nigerian political class has done to us is that they have given everybody take-home assignments. Everybody is struggling to fix something, and then we have left the fundamental basis. The late literally Professor Chinua Achebe said things have fallen apart and the center cannot hold. The question is, if the center has caved, what will happen to the things that are supposed to get support and stamina from it? If you fail to fix governance and leadership, you will just be going around in a vicious circle, struggling with no end. Everybody complains. Let me give you two examples: insecurity and economy. Why will insecurity not end in Nigeria? The more money you put in, the more the insecurity will increase. As we are talking today, the Nigerian army is in active duty across the 36 states, including the FCT. There are more than 50,000 internally displaced persons in Nigeria in the FCT alone. But remember the words of a former Minister for Defense, General T.Y. Danjuma. He stood in the open somewhere in Taraba and said, the armed forces, they collude. They collude. Have you heard statements of former military men who fought Boko Haram? Remember in 2019 when police went to go and arrest a certain kidnapper somewhere in Taraba, men of Nigerian armed forces opened fire on that convoy, killing 3 officers and a civilian, and somehow the kidnapper escaped. Yeah. So how will insecurity end? Who is benefiting from insecurity? What of economy? We saw statistics. Economy will not grow because more than 60% of your budget is outrightly stolen. You are not investing in critical sectors of production. You are not diversifying your economy. It is not about ending subsidy regime. The question is, have you ended the corruption in the subsidy regime? If you take away corruption, you can pay subsidy. Subsidy is paid in different forms in different countries. The problem is that what we call governance in Nigeria is organized criminality. So Nigerians are busy struggling to change things that are out of touch. But when you now talk about INEC and electoral reform, people think that it is a mirage. But let me tell you, that is the only solution. Because guess what? You are talking about inflation, insecurity, economy. The persons who put you in that situation are already planning to come back in 2027. So if you fail to hold them accountable in 2027, so you wait for another 4 years till 2031. Maybe the person who will come after them go easy pass for 2031. Nigerians, the solution to the Nigerian problem is getting a system of accountability. The problem of Nigeria is not just that you and I have refused to be participating in democracy. It's because we have failed to hold anybody accountable. You can do anything in Nigeria and go away with it if you have the connection. Buhari had 8 years. Buhari brought in a successor. Buhari is a statesman. If you are not careful, if you live long enough, like Babangida, Buhari will write a book about democracy and how he fought for democracy. If you do not do anything, President Tinubu will finish 8 years and will also write a book about how he built the economy and fought for democracy in Nigeria. That is why today, as it is, every attention on what we are doing and why we came here today, you see me screaming everywhere, is that we must fix the system to which you can first hold people accountable. But unfortunately, they have made Nigerians to believe that free and fair elections are not possible. It is a lie. It is because we have refused to activate our office of the citizen. Every Nigerian is too either unbothered or afraid to hold the bull by the horn. They will tell you, say, this same set of senates, they're not going to give free and fair election. If they don't give you, where will you get it from? Maybe you wait for the next people to come. The issue of electoral reform becomes even more dire for us because as it is today, if you allow the consolidation of the criminality that took place in 2023 as an election in 2027, you can foreclose Nigeria as a democracy. Nobody should tell you that elections are okay in Nigeria. Take Rivers State, for example. 2015 election, Buhari versus Jonathan. Rivers State, Jonathan won with 1.4 million votes. 2019, Atiku versus Buhari, Atiku won with about 473,000 votes. 2023, Atiku, Obi, and all of that, the person who won with less than 200,000 votes. Are the people voting in Rivers shrinking with time or they are increasing? According to INEC, total number of registered voters 2023, 93 million. Collected PVCs, 89 million. Less than 30 million people came out to vote. Why are Nigerians not interested in that process? Nigerians, there is no other solution. If we continue to talk, we will talk because what they will do for you is that they will throw a lot of frustration on you. There is hunger, there is lack of health care, there is lack of basic amenities. So you are too weak for you to demand. That frustration and disappointment is a benefit to those who are hijacking or monopolizing the democracy. So the more they will not want you to come out and speak up to make a demand, the more you must embolden yourself. Because I will ask you and I will end with this. What is our other option if we decide to keep quiet? We are not talking, people are dying. You are not, the 150 people who were killed in Plateau just 2 weeks when the president traveled for vacation in France, were they protesting? No. The people where they don't kill for Benue, were they protesting? No. Nigerians are dying without protest. So Nigerians must summon the courage. The problem is that when you talk about politics, a lot of people think it is your own, it is their problem. Politics is blood business. The lives of persons who may be alive till 2027 may just depend on what we have today as governance and leadership. Nigerians, what is going on in Abuja in the National Assembly concerns you. It affects your life directly. Politics is about human lives. Don't let them tell you it is a dirty game. If it is a dirty game, it is a dirty game about your own life. We must fix INEC. We have a petition already in the National Assembly. We are following for electoral reform. Make mandatory transmission of results electronically. Is it too much for us to ask? No. How many of us support free and fair election? How many of us know that it is possible for us to achieve? I'm not seeing some hands for people there, but I know you are not sure. If you are ready for free and fair election, say free and fair.
Free and fair.
Say let my vote count.
Let my vote count.
Let me choose my leader.
Let me choose my leader.
And if you fail to perform, let us be able to vote you out.
Let us be able to vote you out.
Without that, Nigeria 2027, 2031, we will have another forum and we'll be complaining about hunger and lamentation. But let me just tell you that no matter how long oppression may have lasted over a people, when a majority of them together say enough, it will be enough.